Hello, I'm Steve Ingram, and today let's talk about the Bible just a little bit. Suppose you were wanting to write a book about something very important, and you wanted it to be for everybody in any time and any circumstance, whether it would be someone who could barely read or someone who was highly educated. You would want it to be able to be read and understood by all of them and be interesting to all of them. I suppose you would want to put in some things that were quite simple so that anybody at all could understand it. You would also want to put in more challenging ideas and concepts that were harder to figure out and to understand. You would want to use simple language. You would also want to use words that could challenge everybody. So what do we have? Some people say the Bible is very hard to understand. And to some degree it is. Not entirely, but some places. When we run into such things as words like shibboleth, propitiation, selah. These are words we don't use very often. Suppose somebody says, gird up the loins of your mind. What would you do? These are things that come from the Bible, and these are a little bit harder to understand. However, there are some things that are easy to understand, such as in Luke, the 12th chapter, beginning at verse 22. I want to read just a little bit to you. And this is Jesus talking, and he says, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothing." And again in the 18th chapter, in verse 27, he says, "What is impossible with man is possible with God." In John the 14th chapter, around verse 15, he says, "If you love me, you'll keep my commandments." Or we look back in the Old Testament in the Psalms, in Psalm 23, we read the poetry. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Even though it is in poetic form and in poetic words, we still understand it. So there's much that is easy to understand. So as we look at the Bible, as we read, study the parts that we understand, we will also begin to understand more of what we don't understand yet. So let's look at the Bible. Let's read it. It's God's Word. It's His Word to us. It's His communication to His people. So until next time, the Lord bless you and keep you.